Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Our guest today is Georgiana Mart. She is a global entrepreneur who is all about creating opportunities to grow, learn, but most importantly, helping people reach their highest potential. From business and education to travel, training, and most importantly, philanthropy, she exists to empower people to live life to the fullest, as she herself is doing. Today, she represents a powerful self-made woman who finds the greatest sense of purpose in being of service to others. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to dive in. And my first question is, I heard that when you were growing up, I think you were 4 or something, you had a powerful moment and something triggered a passion in you to help others. Can you share with our audience about that story?
Yeah, so I was about 4 years old and I went with my mom to an orphanage back in Romania to give food to the children. And I remember that moment because, all the kids were jumping and grabbing the food. And I understood that not everyone is as lucky as me to have a family, to have access to food. And yeah, that moment really shaped my life because it gave the destiny that I have today.
You were 4?
Yeah, it's the first memory of my life.
And can you remember, at that point, how it changed you, the exact emotion that you felt? You must have gone home that day and it was an immediate trigger to change something?
Yes, because I wanted to take everyone home, So I understood. My mom told me it's not possible. And then I keep on thinking at them and how they are suffering and how is my life and how is their life. Yeah.
So interesting to be touched from that point. And you have a really interesting journey and I hope to delve into it today because I know that you also first launched a company at just 24. So can you explain how you had the confidence and how that even came about?
I was still a student in my last year. I finished business in bachelor in business administration in Switzerland. And I was doing the last semester. And I wanted to start a company. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to be free. So I had the courage to really start it.
And what was the business?
My first business is manpower, basically international recruitment. I bring people from one country to work in another country.
Oh, so interesting. And I guess what was the biggest challenge at that time for a 24-year-old starting an international business? What were the biggest challenges you faced then?
Being a woman. Being a woman was the biggest challenge because I was in an industry and in a part of the world where men had the power. So me being so young and so inexperienced at that time and entering into a world dominated by men was really a challenge.
It's so interesting and to see how women can rise. And I just wonder if there's a 24-year-old woman watching today or any age woman who's trying to rise in her career, would you have any advice?
Yeah, be brave. Be brave, follow your instincts, and go forward. You'll find solution for every problem because everything in the world has a solution. Just be brave and find it. Yeah.
And you've moved on. So your first business at 24 was in manpower. Can you explain a little bit more about what other businesses you started until now?
Yeah, so I'm in manpower, as I said, education, business setup, travel and tours, cleaning, properties, and language institute. So from one business, I went to the other one, and now we are here, and we are in 8 countries working.
Congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
I always find it so inspiring to meet women who have, broken boundaries. And I wonder, you've mentioned education, travel, training, and of course, charity. So how do you connect all of your ideas under one vision? And what is your vision?
My vision is to give purpose to people and always save and serve them, in the life. So in everything I do, I want to treat people nice and to give them a value. So if they come to my company and get a service from me, I want them to be fully satisfied and their life to level up. And at the end of the day, it's all about charity. Right. Because from all my businesses, I go into charity and I give a big percentage to the charity, to orphans.
That's amazing. And so through all of your businesses, that would be the common thread that connects all of them?
Yeah. The desire to provide for the children in all over the world, for the orphans. There are over 250 million children that are orphans in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So
250 million?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so how do you decide where to distribute the money in terms of charities? Is there any specific charities that you work with?
Yeah, so I started in Romania. I have a foundation myself. It's called Emilia Foundation. And through the charity that I have, I'm working in all the countries where I have an office.
Okay.
So this is how I go and distribute.
And I'm sure your employees must feel a sense of value to know that the companies they work for has a mission and a purpose. Have you ever been touched by an employee's reaction to that?
Yeah, all of them, they want to get involved. Not with the financial part, but with their free time. They come, they help us do donation, they spend time with the children in the orphanages. So all of them are involved. And I have only positive people in my team. And this brings me so much joy.
How amazing to hear a company having such an important vision and for the employees to kind of feel that and to want to give that back as well. I know that you talk a lot about giving dignity through work. So how do you bring that belief into your daily decisions?
So I will give you an example. Let's say a worker from Nepal or from India or from Pakistan comes to our office to get a job as a laborer somewhere in Europe. We are going to treat that person in the same way as we are treating a CEO that is searching for a new job. For us, everyone is equal, everyone gets dignity, and everyone gets respect.
And what are the practical steps in line with that you take?
So it's all about the paperwork. We get to know the person. They give us the CV, and we are shaping a life path for them. What do they want from their profession? What level they are now? So how can we give them jobs where they can grow in those jobs also and become better and better and better?
Speaking of growth, and I think that brings us kind of into education, was there a moment during your studies that you saw the value of education for a person's growth?
Yes, it's all about education. People are different in so many ways, but one thing that should be very important for everyone is education.
And when you were studying, was that philosophy kind of shared? Were you a studious person when you were studying, or it's something that you look back on and realize?
Yes, I was a nerd. I have to admit I was a nerd, yeah. I finished my studies in Geneva, Switzerland. I was in an international school, and there I had the chance to meet so many people from so many parts of the world and so many cultures, and I understood how everyone is the same but so different. So I could connect with everyone, and I understood that we are so privileged to be there, and there are kids in other parts of the world who are not that privileged. Yeah.
Being a boss is a really challenging role, especially if you have teams internationally. You're putting the bread on the butter of these people's tables, and so it's very important. And I just wonder, have you ever had to make any personal sacrifices or family time sacrifices, mental health sacrifices to protect your team and to put your team first instead of you or your family?
For sure, all the time. In my business, my first priority in the business is to provide for the people who are working for me because I'm responsible for them. And I have over 130 employees now in 8 countries. So that's not an easy responsibility. And I remember a story. Last year, I had a big problem in my branch in Sri Lanka. It was a problem with one of the employees who misappropriated some funds, and I had to stay there for 6 months, from March to September, to make sure everything is saved, everyone gets refunded. The other who want to continue the process, they continued with us. So I sacrificed everything just for my company and for the people and to be there.
These are the types of leadership dilemmas that people don't see that kind of go on behind the scenes. Another thing that's probably going on behind the scenes for Georgina is, your family has a long business legacy, but as we understand, you completely went your own path, completely separate, self-made woman. Why did you decide to move away from your family's legacy?
I didn't move away. I just decided to start my own path while honoring what they do, because I wanted to be independent. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to, depend on my family or my father or my mother. I wanted to have my own path and create my own legacy. And I think the desire for being independent and free and happy made me choose this way.
And so looking back at that decision now, how does your family respond to your success?
They are very proud, especially my mom. Yeah. She's all the time saying, I didn't help her at all. She did everything by herself. And she has this pride, that I did it without them.
Oh, moms.
Yeah.
You can't beat mom's pride. But how, I guess, do you balance honoring your family's roots while building your own identity as an entrepreneur? What's kind of the happy medium there?
So I do everything following my values and the principles. I've been seeing since I was very young, my parents working, waking up in the morning. So my mom was working from 5 in the morning to 10 in the evening, So I saw them working and I saw the results of their work, and they really shaped me in life. And now I do everything following principles and values that are healthy for me and for the people around me. And that's the best way to honor them.
And what is a typical day like for an international business leader?
It all depends where I am. But I start my mornings with meetings. So I have a business in 8 countries now. Mm-hmm. So I have meetings with each of the country, like the main team of each country. We decide what happens that day. We talk about the previous day. We think about the long-term plan. And we do the same. And then if I'm, for example, in Dubai, I will go and see the office in Dubai and spend time with the team there, meet the clients, see what we can improve and what we can do better.
You mentioned core vision and values and principles. And then, of course, you've got long days. So you're an ambitious person, you're purpose-driven. So how do you stay calm when pressure rises? I imagine businesses see problems every day.
Yeah.
Do you have a technique to tell our audience, like, this is how to remain calm when there is a crisis?
You think about the end goal. For me, end goal are the orphans and my work in charity. And all the time I think about that, and I think it's what to do best in order to be able to keep providing for them. And that really helps me, gets away all the problems and helps me be focused.
So interesting. I think people do say that once you have that kind of core value, it does get you through. Very interesting. Finally, before you leave us, we love to, share advice with the audience. For anyone starting a business to help others, what would be one key piece of advice that you would give to them?
For the philanthropical side, awareness. Be aware that there are over 250 million children, according to World Health Organization studies, that are all around the world, even in your country, in your city. So do something for them and think about them. Think about your life, think about their life, and think about how to really make them happy. When you do something, create something for them, because they don't have anyone.
Oh. Georgiana Mart, a purpose-driven visionary leader. From the age of 4, she had a passion to help others, and she is doing just that. If people want to find out more about what you do, if they want to learn from you, if they want to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
So I have a website, georgianamart.com, and they can see all my projects there, and especially my charitable work, and they can get awareness from there.
Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, that is the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We'll leave it there, but we're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.